My husband's phone lit up while he was in the shower. I wasn't trying to spy. I wasn't searching for secrets. I was simply clearing the breakfast dishes when the screen glowed across the kitchen counter. One sentence appeared. Last night meant everything to me. I froze. For a moment, the world became strangely quiet. The coffee machine stopped humming. The birds outside disappeared. Even my own breathing felt distant. 23 years. 23 years of birthdays, anniversaries, school plays, hospital visits, late-night talks, and quiet Sunday mornings. Could all of that be reduced to one glowing sentence? I looked toward the bathroom. Water still ran behind the closed door. I should have cried. I should have screamed. Instead, something colder settled inside me. I picked up the phone. The message was still open. My hands were steady. That frightened me more than the message itself. Without thinking too long, I typed, "Ellis is busy. I'm leaving town for 2 days. If you need to talk, come by the house around noon." I pressed send. Then I placed the phone exactly where it had been. When Ellis walked into the kitchen 10 minutes later, his wet hair smelled like cedar shampoo. He kissed my forehead just as he always had. "Morning, sweetheart." I smiled. "Morning." The lie between us sat silently with the toast and coffee. At exactly 12 o'clock, someone knocked. I opened the door before she could knock again. She looked younger than me by nearly 15 years. Elegant coat, perfect makeup, confident smile, until she saw my face. "I'm looking for Ellis," she said carefully. "I'm Marin," I replied. The colour disappeared from her face. For 3 long seconds, neither of us moved. Then I stepped aside. "You've already come this far," I said softly. "Come inside." She entered like someone walking into a courtroom. Her name, I later learned, was Colette Vance. Ellis walked downstairs carrying his laptop. He stopped halfway, his face emptied of all expression. "Marin." His voice cracked. Colette whispered, "You told me she was away." I looked from one to the other. "No," I answered. "He told you that." Silence filled every corner of our home. Ellis rushed into explanations. "It isn't what you think. We were going to tell you. It just happened." Every sentence sounded rehearsed. Every excuse sounded older than our marriage. I didn't argue. I didn't shout. I simply asked one question. "How long?" Ellis stared at the floor. Colette answered first. "Almost 2 years." 2 years. While celebrating our anniversary. While helping our son Nolan buy his first home. While cheering at our daughter Briar's college graduation. He had lived 2 lives. I expected my heart to shatter. Instead, it became steel. "You should leave," I told Colette. She nodded without another word. Ellis reached for my hand. I stepped back. "Don't touch me." He looked more afraid than guilty. That told me everything. That evening he slept in the guest room. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling. Pieces of our marriage replayed through my mind. Late business meetings, weekend conferences, unexpected expenses, new cologne, hidden smiles at his phone. The signs had always been there. I had simply trusted the man I loved. At 3 in the morning, I opened our shared financial account. Something felt wrong. Several transfers caught my attention. $5,000, $8,000, $12,000, always labeled as consulting expenses. My stomach tightened. I copied every transaction onto a flash drive. Before sunrise, I called the only person I trusted completely. "My marriage is over," I told Nain Mercer. She didn't waste time asking questions. She only said 5 words. "I'm coming, don't do anything." I looked once more toward the guest room. Ellis was still sleeping peacefully. He had no idea that while he dreamed about his future, I had just started protecting mine. Nain arrived before 8 with coffee and a notebook. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she leaned forward. "Don't fight with emotions," she said quietly. "Fight with facts." Those words became my new way of living. She introduced me to attorney Hollis Reed, a calm man who had spent decades handling difficult divorces. After hearing my story, he smiled gently. People hiding affairs usually leave trails. He was right. Within days, we uncovered documents Ellis never expected me to find. Money had quietly moved into another account. A down payment had been made on a lakeside condo. Insurance papers listed different emergency contacts. There were emails discussing renovations. There were messages about our new beginning. The future they planned had never included me. Hollis carefully copied everything. "Don't confront him yet," he advised. "Let him believe he's still in control." So I did. Ellis became strangely kind again. He brought flowers, cooked dinner, asked about my day. Every smile felt borrowed. Every apology arrived without truth. Soon another betrayal surfaced. Nolan called me. "Dad says you've been distant." My heart sank. Ellis wasn't just lying to me. He was rewriting our marriage for our children. I invited both Nolan and Briar home. When they arrived, I placed every document across the dining table. Neither of them spoke for several minutes. Finally, Briar whispered through tears, "He blamed you." "I know," I answered softly. Nolan clenched his fists. "He lied to us." I nodded. "But don't hate him, just know the truth." For the first time in weeks, I felt lighter. The lies were losing power. A month later, Ellis's construction company celebrated its 25th anniversary. Business partners, friends, family, employees, everyone gathered in the ballroom. Ellis stood proudly on stage. His voice echoed through the hall. "My wife Marin has stood beside me through every challenge. None of this would have happened without her." People applauded. I almost admired how easily he performed. Then I stood. Every conversation stopped. I walked slowly toward the stage carrying one simple folder. Ellis smiled nervously. "What are you doing?" "Finishing your speech." I took the microphone. My husband thanked me for supporting him. I opened the folder. I supported him while he financed another home. The room fell silent. I trusted him while he planned a future with another woman. Faces turned toward Colette, sitting near the back. She looked as though she wanted the floor to open beneath her. I continued calmly. "There are bank records." I held them up. Property contracts. Another page. Messages discussing their plans before telling me. Gasps spread across the ballroom. Ellis reached toward me. "Marin, stop." "No." For the first time in 23 years, my voice carried no fear. "You don't get to tell our story anymore." I handed copies to several board members. One by one, they read the evidence. Ellis's confidence disappeared. Colette quietly stood and walked out without looking back. No one followed her. No one stopped her. The applause that came next wasn't loud. It was respectful, not for revenge, for truth. Months later, the divorce was final. I kept my dignity. I protected what I had earned. I rebuilt my life one peaceful morning at a time. Sometimes people ask me when my marriage truly ended. Was it the message? The affair? The lies? I always give the same answer. My marriage ended the day honesty left our home, because love can survive hard times. Trust can recover from mistakes. But when someone builds an entire future on deception, they don't just break a heart. They break the life that heart spent years building. Mine did not stay broken. It became the foundation for a stronger woman who finally understood that the greatest revenge is not destroying the person who betrayed you. It is refusing to let their betrayal destroy you.